Autumn has come to upstate New York, and we find ourselves at New Era Field in Orchard Park. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Buffalo Bills. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. Gets around him, and his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10. Here's Chris Ivory with his first carry. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First down, Allen. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. First down, this is Ivory. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On second down, Ivory. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the ball comes loose, and I think the Browns got it. They did. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. But if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
This is Ivory. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Chris Ivory, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have taken the early lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Mayfield on 1st down. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, Mayfield, flush to his right. Looking sideline, incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here. That looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Mayfield on 3rd and 2. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Quick slant there, gets him the first down, 6 yards on the play. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47. Handoff comes to Chubb. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Stanton. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Matt Milano in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. On 4th down, here's Justin Vogel on to punt it away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They start on the ground with Ivory. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Now let's go. 3-19.
They give it to Ivory. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. That one good for 14 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Mayfield, eluding the pressure right. Going back to Lander. This time he's got him complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away, and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Set. Green 30.
They'll give it up to Ivory. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. He's going to air one out. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Gone, 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 gone. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Richardson. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL?
Here we
The
go.
better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up the first.
And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Now Hausch could attack on the extra point. Hauschka with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people want to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions, that confident veneer that you have. It's chipped away a little bit, maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions maybe in the back of his mind. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared.
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. Interception, Mayfield. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll bring up a third down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that'll make our score 14-7. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Bills getting set to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Well, you talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Allen looks to throw on second down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
All right, here we go. 319. 319. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, and certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Second down, Mayfield. Throw right side into the hands of Akins. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on.
Allen hit. He lost lost the football. And I think the Browns got it. They did. He tried to buy some time to the right. So, Charles, when a guy gets out of the pocket, what's the focus of the quarterback?
Most of them keep their eyes downfield. They want to try and make a play throwing the ball. Some of them, they want to tuck it and go. But when they scramble, in this case, as you said, to the right, you're cutting the field in half. So good defenses kind of converge in that spot, and they don't give you much territory to throw the ball. He had nowhere to go with it. Ends up getting the ball stripped.
And given 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to Chubb. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up 3rd.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. Escaping the pressure right. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down. Zane Gonzalez now to try the Browns field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. It has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always.
Green 39! Green 39!
Allen now on 1st down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Gun! Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Here we go now! Green 39! Green 39!
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bird. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a 1st down.
Brandon, that's a tough guy right there. He knew that was going to happen. In other words, he had to absorb that hit. How about him securing the football, turning the legs a little bit, and gaining what he needed for a 1st down?
Well, that's the deal. On 3rd down, these guys, they know where the sticks are. He obviously knew right there.
And if you want to be a dependable 3rd down receiver, you've got to be willing to absorb those types of hits and make those sort of plays.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now let's go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
Allen gonna throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman, because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down. First down, Mayfield. Flushed out right. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Mayfield now. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. The Browns on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. The Browns send out their punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. A first down throw for Mayfield. That is incomplete. David Njoku was the intended receiver, and it's second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. A second down throw for Mayfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 24. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10. Back to it after the pick 6, Mayfield. And now here's another interception. Picked off near the 29. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! Gun!
So after the INT, it's Allen dancing to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! All right, here we go. Green, 39! Green, 39!
A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Hauschka with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in it, and let him bring another one.
And he'll find Akins there, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And give him a gain of 37. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Mayfield now on second down. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the hole where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Matt Milano in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. Mayfield to throw it this time, eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage. And it's intercepted at the goal line. picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
In his own end zone, it's Allen. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board. And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys, let's go. Come on, capitalize on this one. And his throw is incomplete. So it looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. Forced out to his left. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. From the gun, Mayfield. Able to shake him off. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Jerry Hughes. Able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Now let's go.
Carry number 10 now for Ivory. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit. Detroit.
To throw on 3rd down. Allen throwing the out route incomplete. It's Richardson. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And I think he's gonna go. They're not gonna get him. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
They'll try to run with Ivory. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Chris Ivory with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Browns getting set to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards. Tough, gritty.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 38, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career. But when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
All right, here we go. Blue line.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Here we go now.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he stopped immediately there. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it. I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it. It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And Hauschka's kick is good. And that'll extend this lead now up to 25. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10. They begin this drive with Chubb. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
49 to Mike. 49 to Mike.
And again, it's Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb, and he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that... You know, team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now is dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Ah, yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from their first one and blew out the Seahawks.
The Bills on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 8. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined. But sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. A give. This is Chubb. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage. That's all. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
They run it again with Chubb. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Now let's go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. And that'll set them back 5. The Browns send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Buffalo, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, the loss